The day before the refeed, I was 213.8 pound. I woke up this morning 208.6 pound, meaning I've literally lost 5 pound.
He's lost 5 pounds in the last 5 days. Cutting calories too drastically. Losing too much. It's going to be losing muscle. Can't lose 5 pounds of fat in 5 days. Some of that is going to be muscle weight. When you notice that you're losing too quickly, you need a refeed. That's what refeeds are for. And rather than needing refeeds all the time, analyze the calories that you're taking in, and if you suddenly see yourself dropping too much weight, up the calories. He's eating far too few calories. I've already seen the video. He eats 2,000 calories on days off and 2,400 on training days. He's 210-pound specimen, over 6 feet tall, 2,000 calories a day. Coach Greg, I was eating 3,000 calories a day. I'm smaller than Brandon Harding, 3,000. He's cutting on 2,000 to 2,400. And why? Because in his off-season he was bulky on over 4,500 calories. 3,700 was his maintenance. If 3,700 is your maintenance, do you really think you need to cut on 2,000 to 2,400 calories? You're saying, well, look at him, it's working. It's working too much. He's now losing muscle. 213 pounds, now he's 208, 5 days, 5 pounds. He's losing muscle. Do you really want him to wither away, to lose all that hard-earned muscle? No, of course not. He doesn't need to cut on 2,000 calories. He's 4 weeks out from a show, already looks like he's going to win. If you try to maintain a level that's too lean for too long, you lose muscle. You don't want to peak a month before the show. He should be looking like this 1 week before his first show. Does the first show, just needs to qualify. Probably gonna win anyway. Then the show after, get a bit leaner, bit harder, bit better. Then he has another show after that. It's not even over, it's another show in July.
It's kind of funny, I feel like as prep has progressed, my pain receptors have just like ceased to exist, because I used to be quite hesitant to do my morning cocktail of supplements, but now like I've realized I don't feel anything.
He doesn't feel anything anymore. Your body is in survival mode. He's essentially starving himself to death right now. Yeah, he's on PDs, it's helping keep some of the muscle he had. Without that, he'd be withering away to nothing. He used to weigh over 240 pounds, he's under 210, and he wasn't fat at 240 plus. Goes to show just how much weight you have to lose to be shredded. Rather than being 245, it would have been better to be 235. He'd have less weight to lose, easier to cut. And rather than being 208 right now, should be closer to 215. He's doing too much, but he wants to be the best Brandon that he can be. So I don't blame him. It's just he doesn't know. He's never done this before. He's too lean for this far out, and he's paying the price, but he's willing to pay that price because he wants to win. He would look better if he dieted slower, but he's chosen this dramatic calorie deficit because he doesn't know any better. He's eating 3,700 to 4,700 maintenance to bulking, and now he's suffering on 2,000.
I don't even like Diet Coke that much. But the fact that this is the first thing I've had all day and there's 0 calories in it, I'll take it.
And he's drinking the Diet Coke. And you say, Coach Greg, doesn't make sense. He says you can drink Diet Coke. Brandon's 4 weeks out shredded. He's drinking Diet Coke. You can have your Diet Coke and drink it too.
This has honestly been like saving so many of my meals, because like I don't even use the full like 5 calorie serving. I probably use like 2.5 calories. That's just like 1 tablespoon. And the 5 calories is 2 tablespoons.
Think of it, he's having half servings of sauce. Oh, it has 5 calories. I'm gonna have half of it. It's 2.5 calories. Imagine being so worried about calories that you're worried about half a tablespoon when it's got 2.5 extra calories.
And I've been doing this thing recently where I make sure that I leave the yolk in the middle of the egg. So I eat around the egg, eat all the sweet chili sauce, and then for like the satiation at the end. And
he's eating eggs with spinach and he thinks it's a delicacy. I saved the yolk at the end and oh, it's so good. I can't believe what it feels like in my mouth. All of it at the end. Well, that's what she said, but Brandon also said that. And you can see just how shredded he is, approaching 5% body fat. Guy's got chest striations everywhere, vascularity. He's leaner now at 4 weeks out than I've ever seen him, even on show day. You don't need to keep dieting to this extent. You are going to lose muscle. Brandon, I'm telling you, you don't want to get into the 190s when you're already a specimen at 208 pounds. You're already lean enough. hold back on trying to over diet. Yeah, you're gonna be the leanest guy, but you don't want to be the leanest guy at the expense of losing 10 pounds of muscle in the process. And
You have a business mind. You can see ideas others don't. And at NAB, we want to help you make ideas more. NAB, more than money.
Renault Coleos, make the move.
do I believe he's going to get a pro card? Yes, I do. Remember, I used to coach him. I knew he's going to get a pro card someday. Saw the potential. Clearly, it's there. And I do think he could even be better than he's going to be. Have more size and fullness.
I mean, vascularity-wise, there's veins, but just like the fullness of the muscle, I can definitely see it in my arms that it is slowly fading away.
He's losing muscle. Needs to eat more. You can't just suffer and starve yourself to death and have the best physique on stage. Yeah, you can have the leanest physique, but the best bodybuilder also has muscle. If you go in too great of a deficit, you are going to lose muscle, I promise you that. If your maintenance is 3,700 and you're eating days 2,000 to 2,400, it's too great of a deficit. Think of it, my maintenance was 3,500, I was eating 3,000 on a diet. On a super low day, 2,500 if I didn't do any cardio. But for the most part, 500 calorie deficit, maybe 1,000 at the absolute most extreme day. That's more than enough.
This prep compared to the body power prep is different for so many reasons.
On his last prep, he said he cheated 7 times and was getting drunk. Wasn't even trying yet, still won. Just goes to show just how great his genetics really are. He was training half-assed, going through the motions and partying, and still won. So imagine just how good he can do when he gives it his all, his 100%. And he clearly wants it. No one suffers to this extent unless they want it bad enough. And I can see it in his eyes. He really wants it. I just think he's trying too hard. He's going harder than last time, dieting harder than last time, but dieting too hard.
No matter how many shows I have to do, and if I don't get it, it will be because I wasn't ready and I didn't have enough muscle, because I will be the most shredded on stage.
And I do agree with him. He's going to be the most shredded guy on stage, but he's already well below the weight cap. So he may not, in fact, have as much muscle as some of the other competitors. We'll have to wait and see. Depends on who shows up. But if he continues to diet to this point, he's going to get smaller and smaller and have less and less muscle. He needs more muscle to not only turn pro, but to hang with the top pros and eventually get to the Olympia stage. And the next video, literally one day later, the side effects of my anabolic stack, sex drive, and sleepless nights. It's getting worse. The last video was getting bad enough, it's literally gotten worse. Not a little bit worse, way worse. Waking up in the middle of the night to do cardio now. Can't sleep. How is he gonna build muscle if he can't sleep? Remember when I said sleep is the most underrated thing in bodybuilding? I'd rather take sleeping aids than fat burners. He needs to figure out how to get some sleep, or it's going to get worse. It's going to continue to get worse. He can't sleep now. What's it going to be like in a month from now?
4:22. Couldn't sleep, so decided to come to the gym, and we're going to do the Stairmaster.
It's 4:22 in the morning, and he's at the gym to do cardio. You think he can maintain this?
You get to a point on prep when you introduce certain substances into the plan, it induces this inability to actually sleep no matter how tired you are.
And I'm telling you, it's not just the Trenbolone sandwiches, it's the fact that he's so lean. When I was natural, that's right, 42 shows natural, wasn't taking PDs, when I got shredded, close to contest shape, couldn't sleep. 2-3 hours a night, that's all I could sleep. Couldn't sleep anymore. Your body's keeping you awake. Cortisol's through the roof. You don't want to sleep, your body's keeping you awake saying, dude, go eat. You can't sleep, you need to eat, you're gonna die. Stop it. What's with the nonsense? We need calories to function. So his body's keeping him awake saying, go eat. The Trenbolone sandwiches gonna help him retain more muscle, but without calories coming in, you can't build muscle. You need 3 things to build muscle. You need water, you need protein, and you need energy. The Trenbolone sandwich, it's equivalent to hiring an entire construction crew. They're gonna help build your house. The construction crew, they show up on time. Yeah, let's do this. They look around. There's no nails, no wood, no hammers. They're looking around. We want to build this house of muscle, but we don't have any food. So Brandon's in there doing empty stomach cardio, doing fasted cardio in the morning, then drinks a Diet Coke, expecting to build muscle. Why? Because I'm on the trend bologna sandwich? Eat a friggin' bologna sandwich. You need some calories. You cannot build muscle without energy. 2,000 to 2,400 calories when you're 210 pounds of shredded muscle doing cardio and lifting weights. It's not enough. It's equivalent to being anorexic and wanting to have more muscle. Not going to work.
Today's actually a refeed day as well, so getting an early start to the day isn't necessarily a bad thing. I've also got a bunch of work to do, so getting the Stairmaster, the 45 minutes, the 600 to 700 calories burned.
So rather than getting up at 4 in the morning and burning off 600 or 700 calories, why not get up and eat 600 or 700 calories and then go train? No, I gotta keep dieting. Oh, I'll not be lean enough. You're already shredded. This makes no sense. It's like developing body dysmorphia. You look in the mirror, you don't realize how shredded you are. He's the most shredded he's ever been in his life, 4 weeks out. He's added in the trend bologna sandwich. He's getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to burn 600 or 700 calories on an empty stomach. Where do you think those calories are gonna come from? All body fat? Nope. They'll come from your biceps and your quads. They're gonna get smaller than last time. You need protein, you need energy to build muscle. The trend bologna sandwich is gonna help. You got your construction crew, but they want the amino acids needed to build that muscle.
My starting calories were 3,700. Off-season calories were around 4,500, which is just above maintenance for me.
So it's worse than I thought. Literally, 4,500 calories was his maintenance. It's worse than I thought. 4,500 calories was his maintenance. He started his diet on 3,700, and now he's at 2,000 to 2,400. What else do I need to tell you? You think he's eating enough? He is starving himself. Why do you think he feels so miserable? Why is he suffering? Why is he up in the middle of the night? It's not just the trend bologna sandwich, it's the starvation diet that he's on. From 4,500 calories to now eating 2,000 to 2,400. And y'all, oh, Coach Greg doesn't know anything. You bulk and cut, midi cut. Bulk and a midi cut. How's his midi cut looking?
For the caloric intake, at the moment, every calorie matters. In a Monster, or in some of them, there are 10 calories.